Me and Kendrick get the slide and put him in a chokehold. Bitches acting like some niggas, niggas acting like some hoes. Jumped out that booth and I jumped up in that ghost. It's a like 30 on the point. Can you add it up? Baby ass fat. Can you do it? Can you back it up? Check a nigga. Take that. It ain't shit for you to go and get your chin checked. Tell him Dody did that. Damn, man. We was just yelling out Dody did that. Now Dody done. Dun, dun, dun. First person to come in here. First person to come into this live. I ain't gonna give you nothing. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna give you nothing. But first person to come into this live, though, you gonna watch the Dody 6 squabble with me. You gonna watch the Dody 6 squabble with me, though. That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. What we gonna do? First person to comment, I'm in this chat. You gonna watch this Dody 6 fight with me, and everybody else is gonna miss it. Everybody else is gonna miss it. Okay, y'all in here. Hey, look, everybody else gonna miss it because I got a fight this weekend, and then my little white son, I got a little white kid that's cool in the gym. He like 14. I've been watching him train since he was 13, 4, 12, 11, 10, 9. Since he was 9, I've been watching him train. He got his first fight this weekend. He wanted me to show him some tips. I'm gonna go to the gym early so I can actually show him some tips. So I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, bro. This is gonna be kind of it's not gonna be a fast live, but y'all know how I do with the playlist. I'm gonna playlist y'all in a minute, but for the first hour, it's gonna be me because I gotta get out of here in a full hour. Probably got an hour and 10 minutes. I probably got an hour and 10 minutes, but yeah, man, my white son got a fight this weekend, man. He doing his first MMA, so I'm finna go give him some help, man. Go help the youth. You feel me? I got a fight this weekend, so I got some training that I need to do. Yeah, man, we gonna do it. So we got the East Coast Crips catching a Rikiana. We got Dody 6 taking a Fadiana. We're gonna get into this, man. Let me do this. Oh, okay, that's what I said. All right. Bro, I don't give a damn about King Pill, bro. I'm not gonna lie. King Pill is what I don't care about. King Pill looks like he stinks. No lie. King Pill looks like he smells bad. King Pill looks like he doesn't shower regularly. Boom. Here we go right here. All right. Boom. Yeah, King Pill look like every day he don't. King Pill look like King Pill look like he bird bath on the streets. T Bless 206. Don't tell me what somebody said about me. You tell me what you did about it. So T Bless 206. Did you say something in the comments? Did you get cracking, or did you just come over here like a bitch to tell me what somebody said about me? It was talking about you. That's the most bitch made shit. When y'all be like, so and so was talking about you. Here go the timestamp. What you want me to do? Make a video about it and go back and forth with it for your entertainment? Because you want me to be a bitch? How you a bitch and how they a bitch? I get cracking the niggas in real life. I don't got to talk to niggas about a camera. I drop addresses. I drop locations. I drop phone numbers. I do all that. So T Bless 206. My question is with you, my nigga, is this. Did you tell me what you did to a nigga for talking shit? Because Reg Dog, niggas love to come into this motherfucker. So and so said this about you. Here go the clip of the timestamp. You're a bitch. Why you didn't get cracking? Why you didn't get cracking? See, as Reg Dog is my witness, I drop locations and addresses on niggas. I pop out. I like to be tangible to an op. All this, oh, so and so said this about you, blah blah. Why you want me to respond? So I can back and forth with that nigga for your entertainment? I'm a bitch. That's what you think? I'm your hoe? I work for you, my nigga? That's what I'm saying. Like, that be that weird ass shit. Nigga, don't tell me no shit like that. You fucking. Oh boy. I almost called somebody a bundle of sticks. boy. I almost called somebody a bundle of sticks. Boy. Let's get into this. What's the deal, y'all? We're Sharp Type of TNN Trap News Network. Back in the same. Like a crack in the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. More of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that subscribe button. You know what, chat? It's just too many ninjas have become too comfortable being BANs. And in our content space, a lot of ninjas have allowed their chat to be full of BANs, like the Ace Pit. I'll call a spade. Like the Ace Pit. Call a spade a spade. Like the no jumper chat, I call a spade a spade. Back on Fig, the real theirs in. They not going for that. ODM Slim, the real his in. They not going for that. Like community, I'm calling names out. You feel me? And they allow too much playing. But when niggas get to playing with them, oh, it's not fun no more. Niggas don't like that. Then it's an issue. Then niggas start getting banned and wooty banned and all that. You feel me? But we've created this culture that allows weirdos in the comments to think that it's all right for them to say whatever. It's not. It's not. It's not. And it's entertainment. It's entertainment. It's entertainment. You feel me? But when you're the entertainment, it's not funny no more. So let's just stop all playing. Let's just stop all playing. Let's stop talking to people in comments in ways you would never talk to them in real life. Let's jump into this Contiana, man. We got Dody 6 getting a fade in the penitentiary. Now, I believe this is an older video. And from what it looked like, Dody 6 might have called out an older member for a squabbly wobbly dropping like it's hot. It don't look like it's a DP. It don't look like nothing crazy like that. It just looked like maybe Dody 6 might have had to, you know, come to the front of the congregation because the church wanted to holler at him. So let's get into it.
I mean, what you expect a nigga to say? Like on a southern side, you feel me?
Yeah, that's fade.
Now, is this Dody 6? They say this is Dody 6, but I'm not sure.
Man.
Knock myself down, bro.
Huh?
Yeah,
I'm knocking myself down.
Yeah, that's bro.
Let me get on this side.
Yeah, so based off the way that this fade is set up, it's clear that Dody 6 or whoever this young man is, allegedly Dody 6, we're going to say allegedly Dody 6, it's clear that allegedly Dody 6, so why want everybody to block people that you don't like? What the hell is he even trying to say? Anyway, yeah, 3God, check your spelling, bro. Anyway, I don't think this is Dody 6, bro. This doesn't look like Dody 6. This to me does not look like Dody 6. I don't think that's Dody 6, bro. I think that they're trying to say that that's Dody 6. They're trying to spread that that's Dody 6, but I don't think that that's Dody 6. But either way it go, whoever this person is, they're clearly in the wrong because the OG here is he's making it a point not to brutalize him. You know what I'm saying? He's giving him a talking to. It's gonna get physical, but what it seems to me is more so like maybe possible. I love you too, bro. It's all love. Was looking like to me is maybe possibly you might have owed for like some cigarettes or some weed, some little white lightning or whatever, and you didn't pay, and now you playing. Now he's gonna have to touch you up a little bit.
So nigga gonna run. Nigga Zay ain't scary though. Zay ain't scary though.
Hey, OG, that's a big nigga. You feel me? Sheesh. And the young dude is finna get in there. So I give him credit. You feel me? He ain't tripping. You feel me? Put him in the blender. Sheesh. Whoa. Put him in the blender.
All right, bro.
Shut up, B.
Never told me I'll put in those niggas, nigga. Little business, punk. Dead homies, nigga. Kill you in here, bitch. Yeah. Nigga, I'll kill you, boy. Dead homies, nigga. Don't never call me out from no nigga.
Squabble back, nigga.
Watch out, bro.
Watch out, don't touch me,
Watch
nigga.
out, bro. You ain't gotta keep doing all that, bro.
Nigga.
Well, that's not Dody 6. I don't think. I'm doubting that that's Dody 6. But goodness fucking gracious.
Never call me out for no niggas. What's wrong with you, boy?
Not no
I'm
more,
a grown
bro.
man. I'm a grown Crip. I don't play no little.
He said I'm a grown Crip. I'm a grown Crip. But look, little dude did his due diligence, though. He ain't run. And the OG, okay, so what it sounds like is the little dude called the OG out for a fade, and it wasn't no OG wasn't going for it. You feel me? No, that's not Dody. This not Dody. This not Dody. They said it was Dody. It's not Dody. But shout out to little dude for holding his ground. He did not run. He said, I ain't no Mark though. That's real.
Just like me. I'm a grown Crip too, big bro.
I'm a grown Crip.
Nigga get high and popping it.
I'm not high, bro. I'm sober, fresh out of bed.
I told you I'm not down.
I mean,
Okay, so that's not Dody 6. But little dude did his thing. He did his thing. I ain't mad at that. Little dude did it. It wasn't Dody 6, but little dude did his thing. I ain't mad at that, man. Red dot, be better today than what you were yesterday. Be even better tomorrow, man. But today, be at your very best. Y'all know the deal. Red dots to the left. You know the rest. Free Avenue Angel. Look, Red, it's my politics, bro. I'm very politically sound. I'm gonna end up being mayor. No Munchie B. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. Be better today than what you were yesterday. Be even better tomorrow. But today, be at your best. Free Avenue Angel until he's free. We gone. What's up, little buddy? What you doing? What's up, little boy? Come here. You want? Is that how you ask me for something? May I?
May I have fruit?
Yeah, but do you just come here and say fruit? Is that how you talk to your mama in your white family?
No.
Come here.
But may I have fruit?
Yeah, is that how you talk to your white grandma?
White grandma?
Yeah, your mom, your mommy's mom. Is that how you be talking to her? You be like, grandma, fruit. Low key.
No.
Oh, okay, don't do that with your black grandma because she gonna pop you in your mouth. So don't do that with my mama. She not gonna go for it. Trying to give you a fair warning now. What you get away with your white grandma, you cannot get away with your black grandma. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Your black grandma's on demon time. She take off AIDS. Trust me, I'm an expert. She even killed me one time, but she told me if I died, she'd kill me, so I had to get back up.
How?
Exactly.
With the bell?
Yeah,
Oh.
because your black grandma don't be playing.
I don't want to get her.
You don't want to go to her?
May I have fruit, please?
Yes, you can have some fruit. I see you. I see you.
Yeah. What's this?
My stuff. Leave my stuff alone. My business, never yours. My business, never yours. Never yours. That nigga said with the belt. Yeah, because bro, you feel me? Hey man, Gap Tooth Games, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah, that nigga, because he be thinking he can, bro. I could always, he with his white tie, you feel me? Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, when he come back from that white side, man, that nigga, Daddy Fruit, nigga, who the fuck are you even talking to? Who the fuck are you even talking to, my nigga? Daddy Fruit, okay, nigga, and what's up, my nigga? You need that? You good? You straight, bro? Nigga, come here pressing shit. Daddy Fruit, nigga, where are you even from, bro? Who is your big homie, my nigga? Who put you on? Fucking him. Who brought cousin around? Cousin always want to apple. Who brought cousin always want to apple around? Who brought bro around? You feel me? Who brought apple cuz around? Because apple cuz be tripping. All right, let me see something. Hold on. Just put him on top of the refrigerator for me. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Before I go back and check the comments, because I know Reg Dog didn't respond to right now about me selected politic, and I do be selected politicking though, but I don't be lying about it. I don't lie about my selected politicking. I just don't say nothing bad against the homies, unless sometimes you just gotta say something bad against the homies, like Dody 6 doing Crystal and telling Adam 22 had to say something bad about that. But no, won't get me to talk about nothing bad from the 30s to the 100s, from the 20s to the 100s. Not I, said the guy. Not Iington, said the guyington. I won't. All right, let me go ahead and do this, and I will be back in my chat so Reg Dog can talk shit. I know it's coming. Boop, bop, boom, bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. Type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand. It's like when you know your G homie calling you because he's gonna talk shit, so you kind of watch the phone ringing a little bit. You like, gotta answer, but you know if he called back twice, he gonna have attitude, so you just answer on like the very last ring right before the voicemail pickup. It's kind of like that. Yeah, that's not Dody. All right. Hey, but little dude definitely didn't run from his face, so I respect it. What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Robert tapping in. TNN Trap News Network. Hey, Robert, you appreciate them thumbnails, man. Hey, notice how everybody's gonna start copying. Notice how everybody's gonna start. I promise you, in our universe, you finna start seeing South Park, Simpsons, Futurama, King of the Hill, Ace Boys. I call names. Yeah. Can we see the trap influence on these thumbnails? Ace Boys. Pun. I ain't even calling the Ace Boys. Pun, I'm talking to you. You feel me? You see that trap influence in this mother chucker? But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all showing love to the thumbnails and all that kind of stuff. And Wooty Bam. Yeah, bro, come on, man. Snoop Wilpock, I gotta slide to the gym, but send me a message on Instagram, Snoop Wilpock, and I will be happy to send it to you. Rap, news, street, politics. East Coast Crip. Let's get into this.
6'9" East Coast Crip. Rap, news, street, politics. The best hood channel on YouTube. And we back on the east side of South Central with them neighborhood East Coast Crips. Now, for everybody that's thinking that Big U indictment is going crazy, one of the top guys on the east side was making Big U and some of his co-defendants look like they was running a circus on the west side. We got Paul Wallace, a.k.a. Lil Doc Thone, from 6'9" East Coast Crip, Death Lane.
The six packs with the homies at deuce to the 9. 90 days, see the bird out, cause the block hot, they pursuing crime. Free the real niggas locked up, you know the ones down that's doing time. Rest in peace, Lil Ezel will prevail in due time.
Man, I'm Lil Doc, aka Lil Doc Thone.
Wait, is that his real name? The General? Is that really his real name?
69th Street, neighborhood East Side neighborhood, East Coast Crip.
Now in 2020, Lil Doc, who was arguably the undisputed leader of all neighborhood East Coast sets, went down on the same type of indictment that Big U was alleged in, the Rico. Now there's a lot of similarities between what happened with Doc on the east side and what's going on with Big U and his co-defendants in their situation as well. Like I said, Rico charges, murder, extortion. But the thing is, multiple dudes from East Coast that were at one time.
I see you looking good in your red today. Show fine a double. That's right.
Reputable OG members took the stand on Doc, testified.
You look good, baby. You beautiful. I see you. You look good today. I see you. I saw you was doing your little gardening and all that kind of stuff. I know you wasn't. You was just posing. I know damn well you didn't. I know you didn't. Because first of all, your hands was too clean. But I just want you to know you beautiful. You beautiful. You did 5 laps? That's right. I see you getting that body right for your nigga. That's right. Get that shit right for daddy. That's right. All that.
Man, like I said, some older homies that did have some pull on the east side over here got on the stand. We got somebody in this case that was pimping their underage granddaughter. Bank robbery crews. Somebody who alleged that they started.
Whoa, nigga. Whoa. Pimping your underage granddaughter? Boundaries, gentlemen. We are on a podcast. Whoa.
7-6 East Coast, as well as allegations of Lil Doc extorting a weed shop on the east side for a job.
It is.
And everybody in here career criminals with multiple state cases, and everybody done touched the feds as well. And you see a grip of older dudes making statements on Doc Thone. Now, like I said, it's alleged that Doc was the boss of all bosses when it came to that East Coast cripping. And we spoke multiple times about EC, about how they have real unity with they cripping over there on the east side, from Pacoima to Riverside to South Central to Carson. All of they sets get along, but we will talk about a situation where there was some internal beef between East Coast as well.
So when the young homies that
just when you thought niggas couldn't reach a new low, baby, you got food on your face. I got you. Don't trip. Nobody got your back like me. It's still there too with your nasty ass. That's right. Keep sticking that tongue out. Just when you thought that niggas couldn't get a new low, they pimped their granddaughters underage barnacles. You deserve whatever they get to you.
that want to be.
I got my girl on FaceTime right here, y'all. So if y'all wonder who I'm talking to, she right. I'm not gonna show y'all her, but the phone is sitting right here. Look, the phone sits right there. You feel me?
Gang banging and acting ignorant still and trying to be young. I'm 18 still acting like they want to gang bang. You know, we tell them too, you know, shake the hand, homie. And he can be from East Coast Crip, but he my little homie, but I'm going to tell him to do that. Now, if he shake it and half-ass shake it or he try to act funny, then I'm going to let him do that in front of Smoke and Port. And then we're going to pull him to the side, take him up in the cell and be like, why you do that, homie? Why you disrespect me like that as your G homie?
Now, some key differences that this Rico had when compared to that Big U Rico, number one is the geography, the east side to the west side. What you see in this Rico was no games being played. It's no internet games, no internet beef, no question marks about the gang banging that was going on around this whole situation. And we all know, everybody from the city know, the east side is always different from the west side, man. And the key things about the hoods and the dudes on the west side, sometimes they get the label of being Hollywood because of the geographics being closer.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna lie. West side nigga, Slauson Ave. You can say what you want to say to me, nigga. The east side start after Vermont. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Niggas like, nigga, the Hoovers is west side. Oh, this is west side, blah, blah. In my Slauson Ave mind, west side nigga that went to Hamilton and Palms, yeah, the east side start after Vermont, my nigga. Because once you hit that El Pollo Loco on Vermont and Slauson, shit start looking different, my nigga. Shit start looking different. Shit started looking different. I ain't mad at nobody for being out there selling their tacos and selling their clothes. Because in my less fortunate, you know what I'm saying, years, I ain't gonna lie, like I ain't never bought no clothes from them little dudes over there in Vermont. Outside the Food for Less. I done bought some clothes from over there. It's a little Jersey man that used to be on Fig and like 48 selling jerseys. I done bought some. Remember when I had my jersey phase? When we first met, I had all them jerseys. 48th and Fig, 49th and Fig, whatever. He was over there selling jerseys. I used to get them from a little Mexican dude and all that. I thought I was fresh. You feel me? I was working with what I had. You feel me? Niggas say what they want to say. Scratching my head on this. The east side start after Vermont. The east side start after Vermont, my nigga. Once you cross that El Pollo Loco in Vermont and Slauson, it's a whole different world. It's the whole new world. Father, what's that over there? That, son, is the other side of Vermont. Promise you'll never go there. That's what that shit is right there.
To some more diverse areas in the city. You know, before the internet and the cell phone age took off, you didn't see a lot of east side dudes on the west side in places like Santa Monica, Palisades, Melrose, La Brea, Fairfax. You know, you ran into east side dudes still in the hood on the west side, maybe some parties, maybe when they had the little teen clubs in Hollywood.
And keep in mind, I used to live on 101st of Vermont. She been in that house. It's the east side. Trust me. It's the west side. It's the west side. It's the east side of the west side.
But for the most part, there was some segregation when it came to east side dudes bleeding into these diverse areas. But west side dudes will have the opportunity to rock with different crowds, which is how they got that moniker of being Hollywood, which is what we see in this Big U indictment. We got dudes like Brick Baby, Loose Cannon on the internet playing games, running content, just doing a whole bunch of weird stuff. We see Big U with NFL players, NBA players, clubs, all kind of shit. On this East Coast indictment, nothing but pure gang banging. No games being played, bodies is getting dropped, and gang banging is really playing out the way it should be played out, so to speak. And I say that because something else we've seen with this Big U situation is kind of like somewhat villainizing these guys in this modern day gangster era. But my thing is, the story should be told the same way that the stories of Al Capone and John Gotti and all them East Coast mobsters, it should be represented how the East Coast mob was represented. It's really no different. These are modern day mobsters, modern day gangsters. And over the years, so many people have celebrated the likes of these Italian mobsters from New York or Chicago, but everybody want to act funny when we have our own modern day gangsters who is doing the same as those guys. But also, like we've touched on before, the basics of East Coast Crip. It was alleged that, like I said, Doc was running everything, which would mean 13 individual sets. If you break it down a six-pack into individual blocks, it was said that Doc was the standard. Doc was the program. And we know as neighborhood Crips, we know the enemies that's coming with that. They number one enemies, the Swans and the Hoovers, and they've had historical beefs with the Broadways in which they cleaned things up with, with the kitchens in which they've cleaned things up with the Avalons and the Main Streets who they've also cleaned things up with. And of course, the big situation that happened that Doc Thone was a part of, the peace treaty with the Florencia.
You know, so for the record, the beef between East Coast and Florence is over.
It's over. It's a wrap for that.
Now, right after that peace treaty happened with Florence, this is when the Rico came down from Doc. But this is not his first time running into the feds. There was only one murder that's alleged in this indictment, but we're gonna speak about other murders that he was involved with, that he admitted to, as well as all the dirty work the confidential informants was taking part of. Now, a couple key things about Doc. It said that he landed on the east side off Wadsworth in about 71, around the inception of this East Coast Crip. And like many stories have been told, it didn't take him long to rise up in the ranks over here on the east side. But situations that transpired in the 80s affected Doc all the way up into this indictment. The first situation was when he got shot by his homie from Swans in 82, where he was hit in the back and it caused nerve damage in both of his legs, causing him to be disabled.
Well, if he shot you in the back, it's safe to say that wasn't your homie. Safe to say.
For a period of time. And once he was able to regain his walk, he would never be the same and would never fully recover from those shells. Now, 2 years after that period, Doc was hanging out at a park celebrating the fact that he was able to get back on his feet when he was shot 7 times, allegedly by Lil Scooby from 7-4 Hoop, where he was shot multiple times in his biceps and in both hips. Now, later on that same year in 84, he was shot again with a shotgun in the lower back in the Swans, this time outside of Fremont High School. And it seems like those 3 events were the turning point that made Doc the individual that he is even today. Now, the federal complaint.
Now, those type of attacks can definitely make one into a monster. That could Michael Myers, Jason, you the whole whatever. You
in 2020.
If you come into this motherfucker saying overstand, I swear to God, get your woke deep ass out of here with that under overstand Grand Rising. I hate it. The homie just came in my chat trolling. I'm sure he overstands. That's not his homie anymore. Stop commenting to him. I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
Alleged 26 overt.
General, you know what? The general's on fire right now. I'll allow it. Don't block him. You got to take your fade, give it life. The general going crazy right now. I don't mean literally. I mean in the chat. Take your virtual fade. But the general, he's going crazy. I'll allow it.
Acts that contributed to the Rico charge on Doc. And of course, just like Big U, they alleging that Doc was spearheading a criminal enterprise in the East Coast Crips and used murder, witness intimidation, extortion, and drug trafficking to maintain a strong grip on his leadership position. Now, Doc is officially from 69th Street East Coast, but we know the 6-pack consists of 6 Deuce, 6'6", 6'8", and 6'9". Doc stayed on 65th and Broadway, which is going to be a main staple for a lot of events that's alleged in this indictment, and was a main hangout spot for a lot of dudes from the coast. And it's also common knowledge that the 6-pack is somewhat of the heartbeat of the neighborhood East Coast Crips. But aside from that, another key thing about this indictment was that the feds did use Doc's interviews with Kev Mack against him, where they alleged that he liked to brag about his violence. But these interviews also showed Lil Doc with a positive.
Damn, my nigga. It's the interviews, bro. Y'all gotta stop admitting to crimes on the internet, bro. You gotta stop admitting to crimes on the internet.
Infectious personality. And I definitely recommend y'all checking them out because they were positive regardless of how they respond. But we know his rap sheet went all the way back to about 89 with the violence when it started with cocaine possession and manslaughter charges, also including multiple gun charges and assaults behind the walls.
Oh shit, this evil. I heard about them. You know, they was killing like a motherfucker like me. And I'm like, damn, they put in work, got murders under their belt like a motherfucker. I got murders under mine. They worship the devil. And I was like, damn, that's evil from Swan. I want to meet him. He was like, what's up, little Doc?
Now, the indictment, like I said, alleges that Doc participated in a murder, but it's only talking about one. But we got to rewind the clock back to February 9th, 2003. a homicide that's not alleged in the indictment that Doc beat back in 2004. And that's the murder of his own homie, Ray Pickett, aka Ray Dog from 6'6 East Coast Crip. And at this time, Doc was only 4 years removed from prison for another murder that he went down for in 89. Now, even though this is not a part of the indictment, prosecutors wanted to use this case against Doc for a couple reasons. Number one, to of course show the jury that he's capable of murder. But the key thing is he beat the murder, but after he beat it, he did a lot of bragging about why he beat it and that he actually did do the murder.
She said, now you in there for murder, and and I'm in there for a double murder. He said, you should die, should not kill. I didn't kill. I don't give I didn't kill few motherfuckers, so I know I'm going to hell.
So the second reason they wanted to bring this case up was to debunk the reason why he got this case dismissed, even though he couldn't be tried for it again. So at this time in 2003, it said that everybody's kicking it on 65th, which is one of the main hangout spots for everybody in the six pack and a lot of East Coast members, period. Doc lived on 65th at the time. And according to a female named Nicole Climbs that he was messing with, a bunch of dudes from the coast was outside, drinking, smoking, cutting hair, just chilling. Now, the key thing is, like I said, the female he was dating was Nicole Climbs. Prior to this situation, Nicole had relations with Ray Pickett, Ray Dog. And it was said that Ray Dog had made comments to Nicole, who also lived on 65th, to clean up some of the hair that was being cut off the floor. But he also made some disrespectful comments that went along with that as well. Now, Nicole ended up taking a stand on this case. She said she didn't want to be there, but the feds had threatened her with jail time. And her, like many of these witnesses, was scared to take the stand on Doc. As we see, there was 2 jurors that had to be dismissed because they said their life was in danger after finding out the type of person Doc Thone was. One of the dudes brought his mama to court to help him get off the jury stand because he said he didn't want to be a part of it. Another juror said she didn't like how gang members were in the audience watching the trial. She felt intimidated and was dismissed. So Nicole Climbs felt like a lot of other people in here not wanting to testify on Doc due to potential repercussions from the coast. But she's the one that testified and said Ray Dog got disrespectful towards her and that she was dealing with Doc at the time and previously dealing with Ray Dog. But the situation with Ray Dog happened when they was kids, when she was like 14. So she's saying that it was nothing. But there was 2 confidential witnesses that Doc talked to about this murder, bragging that he did it, that took the stand on him in this case. Derek Angelo Banks, aka Too Cool from 7'6 East Coast, and Ashanti Harrison, aka Devil from 6 Deuce East Coast.
And they would see Doc was tight with Big Too Cool from 7'6. And both of them was just dogs too. And Doc was tight with Big Bub and Big Quake from 6 Deuce.
Now, Too Cool is a dirty character in the game. He's known as CW2. And he was the self-proclaimed shot caller of 7'6 East Coast. He said he started 7'6. And it was Big Doc Thone, Lil Doc's big homie, who convinced Too Cool to put the East Coast on the 7'6 and become a part of these neighborhood Crips. So this is an original member from the coast before Doc even got there. And he refers to himself as a triple OG. Now, he claims that Doc confessed the murder of Ray Dog to him back in 2004 when Doc went down for the case. He goes on to testify that Doc told him he started smacking on Nicole and Ray Dog didn't know about it until that day, which is why he got disrespectful with Nicole while they was kicking it on 65th. Now, he said Ray Dog was a youngster, a young dude, young homie. He was 35 at the time, and of course, Doc had the juice, especially in 2003. Now, Ray Dog's disrespect of Nicole seemingly caused Lil Doc to have some words with him over what he was saying. Now, again, these dudes is drinking, they outside, they hanging out, his females around, his homies around, nobody's gonna be taking disrespect. Now at that point, it said that Ray Dog banged 6'6" on Doc, and Doc banged 6'9" back. And they proceeded to go their separate ways, with Ray Dog still hanging out on the block. Now at this time, Nicole Klein, who like I said also stayed on 65th, had went into the house for a second and then dipped out to go get some food. She said when she got back, about 30 minutes later, 65th and Broadway was taped off. Whole scene shut down, murder scene. Now allegedly, Doc told Too Cool that he felt like Ray Dog was trying to embarrass him and that he had to make an example.
Now, I will say this. I tell this to my young homies all the time. Now I'm telling this to y'all because most of y'all probably older than me watching this video. The jail is full of people who can't tell you what happened that day, but they can tell you how somebody made them feel. I tell this to my sons all the time. Be in control of your emotions. You hear what they said? So-and-so felt that so-and-so was doing blah, blah, blah. The key word was felt. You see how strong a feeling can go? A feeling can cost you your life and your freedom. So I always tell people like this. Be wise. Be real. Hold on. Boys. Boys. Do you hear your dog barking? Okay, so if you can hear the dog barking, what does that mean? Why do I got to keep saying that?
Because she already used it.
Okay, so if she... Do you only use the bathroom one time a day? So is it possible the dog might need to use the bathroom? If the dog's barking, I don't want it like, my nigga, please get on that. Yes. It's just common sense, bro. Close the door. Close the door. Thank you. Common sense is a form of intelligence, bro. Common sense is a form of intelligence. I try to teach that to my kids. Common sense is a form of intelligence. Anyway, like I was saying, though, the jail is full of people who can't tell you what happened that day, what was going on, but they can tell you how it made them feel. So just always keep in mind, bro, emotions is a motherfucker. You got to be in control of your feelings.
Pull out of Ray Dog in front of the homies. And at this point, it said that Doc returned back to 65th with a pistol and aired Ray Dog out, putting 7 in his body, including 1 to the left side of his forehead, killing him right here on 65th and Broadway. Now, there were originally 2 eyewitnesses to this murder, but one of them already died before they can testify against Doc in this Rico case. Too Cool was saying what Doc told him when they were sitting in the county together. Of course, Too Cool was on an unrelated case, but he said when they was going to court in the tank, this is what Doc told him. But confidential witness 4 was the eyewitness to this murder, Thomas Ristic, who also went by the name of Eric Burrell. Now, the key thing with Tommy Ristic, this is a smoker. So he's not from the neighborhood. He's not from East Coast. He happened to get out of the county earlier this day and made his way over to 65th with his wife and the kids in the car to buy some pills. So when he pulls up to 65th, he says he see dudes hanging out and he gets out the car. As soon as he gets out the car, he said he sees somebody bussing and he see Ray Dog drop to the floor, hitting his face on the cement from falling off the lawn. He said he was so dope sick at the time that he stepped over Ray Dog's body and still went in the house to get his pills. But he also said that he seen somebody running from the scene who he pointed out to be Doc Thone. But at that time, all he did was get in the car and he went back home. Now, the key thing is he didn't want to cooperate with the police. He was trying to stay low key because he still had to get his dope from over there off 65th. But he calls the police when he gets home a couple days later because he's worried about Ray Dog and didn't know if the dude survived or not. But he ended up calling from his actual number. The police traced the call back to his crib and pulled up on him looking for that statement. So he said he was nervous and initially made some bad statements. He said some Latino men had pulled up in a Honda and did a drive-by on 65th. So he pretty much made himself null and void in the situation. But after he made that statement, of course, he was picked up again and taken to that room where detectives pressed him harder, and he ended up picking Doc out of a lineup saying Doc is the one that ran when he seen Ray Dog get killed. Now, this turned out to be a pivotal turn in the case, saying Doc ran away because like we said, he was shot in the spine when he was 16. So he has a hobble walk where he kind of hops and walks a little bit funny. So Doc used this to his advantage. And when he went down on this case, he called physicians and doctors as expert witnesses to basically show, demonstrate, and explain to the judge, the jury, and the prosecutors that it's physically no way that he could run. And it was also said that the assailant not only ran, but jumped over a wall. And the doctor said that it was physically impossible for Doc to be able to do that.
She said, everybody talking about you was down, you know, and you a rider, but you in the wheelchair now. That's stuff. They put cuz in the wheelchair, like as if you threw vote. And I was like, yeah. So I was telling her, I said, watch when I get out of here. I'm killing every motherfucking bang up.
That's how we got the
Probably not something you want to say on camera. Words are hard.
murder of Ray Dog dismissed. But he went on to tell all his homies that he had to make an example of Ray Dog.
I was like, shit, if motherfucker shoot me and I'm in the wheelchair and then gonna shoot me again and I'm in the wheelchair and shit. So I was like, I'm shooting everybody. I was like, I want everybody with a limp. All you motherfuckers just a limp.
Now that was in 2003. Here we are in 2021. Both Ristic and Too Cool are taking a stand. The reason why Tommy Ristic was here is because he was catching cases in between that time. He ended up going down in Burbank trying to solicit a minor for some sex. And at the time of Doc's trial, he was facing 1 count of rape, 2 counts of digital penetration with a foreign object, 1 count of sodomy, and a potential false imprisonment or kidnapping because he got a female in his car and locked her in there. So he was.
Hey, yeah, they got to get that nigga the fuck up off the streets. God damn.
Looking at a minimum of 32 years based on the case that he caught in 2020. As soon as he got in the room with them people, he said, man, I seen a murder. He told them he was a witness of the homicide back in 2003 and was ready to tell it all. But the crazy thing is, this dude didn't.
They got to get that nigga off the streets. He's a menace. He's a fucking menace. You got to get that nigga off the streets.
Even negotiate to get his sentencing reduced.
Oh, God, get that nigga out the universe. Real talk.
For cooperating as a witness in this Rico trial. It wasn't until this 2021 trial that Tommy Ristic says he saw Doc. He still said Doc ran, still said Doc jumped over the wall. But again, he couldn't point Doc out as the shooter. One of the reasons is because he was so focused on getting his dope that day. All he seen was who he pointed out as Doc running. But Too Cool, who took the stand on Doc in regards to this case as well, explained to the jury how Doc bragged about bringing medical experts up there to prove that he couldn't run even though he could run. He said he did everything they said he did, but medical records will prove that he couldn't do it. Now, Too Cool is probably the biggest rat on this case. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the nastiest people that we may ever talk about on this channel. Like I said, this is a self-proclaimed triple OG who's been around for a long time, went down on federal cases, and is a career criminal, and has hung out with Doc too many times to count. He went on to describe Doc as the boss of all bosses and said nobody wants to go against Lil Doc. And he said this murderer Ray Dog was the only time he ever seen a homie kill another homie and have to face no repercussions behind it. Nobody wanted to question Doc for killing another member of East Coast. He said Doc was above a DP. He pointed out a time in '89 when Doc was in jail for that manslaughter case where Doc ran into Lil Scooby from 7-4 Hoover, the same dude that shot him, and Doc took it upon himself without consulting anybody to attack the Hoovers and a riot broke out. Now, things didn't go as planned, but he said even though Doc didn't consult anybody about jumping the riot off, nobody wanted to question Doc all the way back in '89. That's how much juice he had.
Oh, that nigga been stepping on shit. That nigga been stepping on shit.
In his hood and behind the walls. He said Doc was running 6'9" by the 90s, and then eventually went to take over all of the six-pack, and then eventually running all of the coast. Now we know the six-pack is really the heartbeat.
You know, speaking positively, you gotta admire his hard work and dedication, because he started with his hood, then the surroundings of his hood, then the entirety of his hood. That man understood stepping stones and progression. He went from step to step to step to step to step. You really got to respect the fact that he appreciated and respected the process. That's a great example of how you just can't skip. If you can apply that to positive thinking and in life, you will be super successful. Sometimes you just need some little, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving it to y'all on some nigga shit. You have to, you got to respect his perseverance, man. That nigga built something from nothing to something, and he really, you know, can't skip steps, man. Let that be the lesson out of all this. You can't skip steps, and do not admit to crimes on camera. Don't commit crimes, period, but don't admit to crimes on camera for sure. But don't skip steps.
Beat
really a lesson in all of this
for the East Coast Crips. So Doc was having a lot of power at this time. And with that power, we know it comes with a lot of beef. Like I said previously, of course, they beefing with the Hoovers, they beefing with the Swans, and the main beef that everybody knows about was they war that they had with Florencia.
Like, they'll pay a visit to our apartments. We'll pay a visit to like 7-4-5-9, 5 Deuce.
Now, the crazy thing is, Too Cool was dealing with F-13 in 2009 in the middle of the war. It said that he was buying 5 to 6 keys a month from these dudes and serving a lot of weight throughout LA. And this resulted in an indictment where 34 people, a part of Florencia, of course, one was including 7-6 East Coast and Too Cool, all went down on a conspiracy to distribute controlled substance, also possession with intent to distribute a controlled substance, money laundering, possession of firearms, aiding and abetting, and use of a communication facility in committing a felony drug offense. There were 60 counts on this indictment, and this is the first time in 2009 Too Cool started working for the FBI.
They got him. Damn, man.
Damn
it, man.
Body from F-13 and took the stand against these guys. He was facing a 10-year minimum. His testimony got him dropped down 18 levels in the feds. He ended up serving 2 years and got a time served when he came back to be sentenced. Now, the crazy thing is, he alleges that East Coast knew about him snitching on F-13 and said they was cool with it because the coast was beefing with Florencia. Now, after he gets out the feds in this case, he's back on the streets with his homies, like I said, racking up charges. But the feds come to Too Cool in 2015 and say they want.
What are y'all doing? Come here. Come here. They finna say something stupid. Watch. What are y'all doing?
Nothing. The table fell down. We have to tap it.
What table?
Like the table like that you use for.
Why do they keep falling? Why does that keep happening? Okay, so what am I finna say?
Stop moving.
What am I finna say?
Stop dropping it. Okay.
Because if y'all was just sitting down doing what you were supposed to do, would that be happening?
No.
But y'all in there fucking around. No. My nigga, it's cameras. I can see you.
I'm seeing that.
Okay, so how I fall then, bro?
The clock was showing us what 6 did.
Man, sit down somewhere.
Okay.
Thank you. Close the door. Oh my God, boy. If you got sons, you understand, boy, because they just always doing something. Sit down. Just chill, bro. Relax, my nigga.
Want him to work for them to take down some of the violent crime off the streets and in his neighborhood. And he says yes. Now, we said at this point, he just started backdooring people, meeting up with different people, getting their locations, getting their phone numbers, sending it to the feds and watching people go down. And in this case alone, when he was on the stand in 2021, he was still bringing up random people. On the stand, he brought up Kelsey from 190, G-Man from 11-8, Quake from 6 Deuce, Ronnie Bound from 6'8", and PP from Q102, all top members from the coast. He was still name dropping. Now, the crazy thing is, him and Doc was still cool at this time in 2015. It was alleged in the indictment that Doc was extorting a weed shop just like Big U and them, which we gonna speak on, but the weed shop was on 62nd and Broadway in the 6 Deuces. He said that Doc called him up for backup against the 6 Deuces just in case they had to shoot it out. And one thing that people may not know is 6ix9ine and 6 Deuce have went to war before, and bodies have dropped when they was beefing. So Doc was not afraid to go at his homie.
We don't want to see any coast on coast crime, man. We want everybody to get along
And impose his power. Too Cool said he's never seen anybody more powerful than Doc. And in that 2003 murder case, he said Doc smiled when he told him about killing Ray Dog. And he said anybody else from 6'6" or any other set from the coast try to come up and testify against him at that time, they was gonna meet the same fate as Ray Dog. But some key things changed in 2016 for Doc and for Too Cool. It said that Doc had called up Too Cool one day to come to his crib. Too Cool went over there to kick it. Later that day, the feds ended up raiding Doc's house, and he ends up going down into federal custody at MDC for felon in possession of firearms and ammunition. At this point, Doc starts to put the word out that Too Cool is a rat. He figured Too Cool was the last person to be at his house before this raid, and that Too Cool led the feds to Doc's house. Now, the crazy thing is, the feds and Too Cool alleged that it was strictly coincidental that both of those things happened that same day, because the feds said they didn't send Too Cool over there to Doc's house for any intelligence that day. They was operating on a whole nother situation that didn't involve Too Cool, but Doc still gave the word out that Too Cool was a rat after this situation. And at this point, once the feds realized Too Cool was compromised, they told him to step back because they didn't want him killed over here in the coast. But at this time, after he's done working with the feds, Too Cool goes down for pimping his granddaughter, a minor at the time.
This nigga Too Cool going, here. This is a dangerous individual, bro. He'll pow at you. He'll tell on you. He'll fight you. He'll put his granddaughter on a razor. Like, this nigga has no boundaries, bro. Like, none. No boundaries. Y'all in the chat arguing over twos and fews. Y'all missing the fact that this dude just tried to put his granddaughter on a razor. This is crazy. Fucking right. Real talk. The homie go, he's an effing monster. Oh God, he is. This nigga's a super villain, bro. Like, this nigga's a super villain. Like, he plays in all arenas. I'm cool, bro. I don't want no issues. You got it.
And mind you, he was still on federal probation.
All this on federal probation. This nigga's a super villain, bro.
From being a snitch in that F-13 case. But this is what I meant when I said this is probably the nastiest person we gonna touch on this channel. Pimping his granddaughter, his underage granddaughter. And at this time, the jailhouse diagnoses this dude with depressive disorder, psychotic symptoms, antisocial personality disorder, and hallucinations. But I think all that was a play, because while he was sitting down, he still was calling the feds, acting like he was a member of the team. He called his federal handlers and asked them if they can put an extra TV remote in the pod because they only had two. Too Cool is crazy, man. This
calling his handlers to ask for an extra TV remote is barnacles.
Dude right here is the nastiest homeboy, snitch, anything, man. Too Cool is a piece of work. But he was sentenced to 5 years for pimping his granddaughter. And when he got out for that case, the feds picked him up for the federal parole violation due to that case. Now, the key thing is what we see in the trial, the defense, of course, wants to tell the jury, hey, this guy's nasty. He's pimping his granddaughter. He's a dirty character because they want the jury to find him to be an incredible witness. But the judge is not allowing Doc's defense team to bring those specific facts out. They want it to be a fair
Specific. Don't worry about it. Words are hard.
trial, so they only let the defense
Pacific is the ocean. Specific is the deep. Words are hard.
say that he was convicted of human trafficking of a minor. But since he was picked up for that federal violation, when he got out, this is when he decided to cooperate on Doc Thone. Now, mind you, Doc was already in the right for calling this dude a snitch in 2015. Here we are in 2020, and now he's actually snitching on Doc. And prior to this, he already had a green light from the Florida NCIS and from East Coast. Now, before the situation, he did give the feds Doc's phone number, but he didn't talk about the 2003 murder at all with Doc. Because in his words, when he seen Doc in the county in 2004 for that murder, he thought that situation was done. He thought there was nothing he could say. But in this new Rico trial, he told the jury what Doc told him about how he beat that murder. And of course, like many other confidential witnesses, he was getting paid by the feds. When he asked for them TV remotes for the tier, they also put some money on his books. And it said up until the point where he testified in this Rico.
Nigga, what? Nigga, the feds gave this nigga an extra remote for the TV and put money on this nigga's books? Oh, yeah. This nigga's a fucking suit. What? What? This nigga's like the fucking Thanos of the supervillain snitch world. Like, this nigga's fucking unbeatable. Listen, boy. Boop, boop, boop. Squares a box of Applejack, twice as green. I will not steal a piece of candy with you niggas. Nigga, never. I got 86 cents. Here, just take it. This nigga's diabolical. I'm old. Candy at 86 cents somewhere. I got 277. There it goes. That's about how much candy costs now. This nigga is diabolical, bro. Niggas sell you out over a fucking remote, nigga. Oh, God. This nigga is wild, bro. Shit.
He had made about $3,200 off of the feds, and they was paying for his living situation since he had to move around.
Nigga, yes, a TV remote, nigga. The clicker, the channel changer, nigga. Yes, nigga, a TV remote.
Around because of his green lights. And his total so far added up to about $14,000 that he received in meals, housing, and cash from the feds. Now, it was said that he did multiple rehearsals with the feds in order to testify against Doc. And I'm going to tell you, when looking at the trial, this dude was very comfortable. And like I said, he was probably the worst witness to have on this case because he was willing to just tell it all, even though he still got two sons from East Coast. Now, I don't know their standings, but Too Cool is the biggest rat we may ever speak on Rap News Street Politics. Now, before Doc went down for the guns and ammunition in 2016.
All right, man. I'm going to be back later on with the rest of this. I need to go do some fight training. I said I was going to help the young homie get his shit together. We will be back with the rest of this. I just got to go. Bust my little. I got to fight this weekend, y'all. Sunday. Saturday. I don't know. Dates actually are important. But I'll figure it out. I got to fight. I got to go train. Chat, I'm really up out of here. Red, you know what, chat? I'm gonna run a playlist for y'all. And if you want to kick it, you can kick it. Y'all can still talk shit in the chat. But red dots to the left, y'all know the rest free. Avenue Angel tweets free. We gone. I will find out it's a fight live. Hey, if y'all don't realize the General and H.W. H. Will Houghton, that's the same person, bro. That's the same person. So I don't know if y'all knew it, but that nigga was trolling the fuck out of y'all. That nigga was trolling. Hey, that nigga, fucking super villain, bro. Super villain. Like, Trap up in NT and then trap these don't keep back the same, like cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content. We rich trappers. We tapping in, man. I had a long day. Trappers, which? Ooh, that goodness gracious, that speech impediment kicked in. What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in, and the Trappers Network. Back in the same, like cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like. I'll be back after I'm done doing my fighting, y'all. Give me a couple hours, but I'm gonna let this run in between time. Shit like CNN, bro. Constant news cycle. All right, here at TNN Trappers Network. Good news you can use. You ain't finna get nobody college. Big dog. Tap in with that. Tap in to make sure you're in fact tapped in with that good. Tap in. You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. For everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. That not joy finna get nobody's college. Big dog. Tap in with that. Tap in to make sure you're in fact tapped in with that good. Tap in everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. I need y'all to get into that news you can use. That not joy finna get nobody's college. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, hit all, stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Make sure that you hit that comment button, hit that subscribe. You ain't subscribed yet? Subscribe. Come on, bro. Show some love. It's early in the morning, man. It's about 5:30 in the morning in Atlanta. It's about 2:30 in the morning in LA. I'm up early, man. I got to do some fight training. Got a fight competition this weekend, but I still want to make sure I give y'all that news y'all can use. So I'm making sure. You feel me? Making sure that everybody is aware of this news you can use. It's not just anything about college. Big dog. Tap in with that. We finna jump into this Kantiana. We got not Paperboy News. This is Scandalous Los Angeles. Big shout out to Scandalous Los Angeles. We've been asking for a minute now. Is Loose Cannon out of jail? Is he locked up? Is he on the streets? What's going on with this guy, man? It's been a very wacky, weird situation trying to figure out exactly where Loose Cannon is being incarcerated at because he's not with everybody else on this indictment, nor has he made it to where everybody else is. So it's kind of weird, man. So we're trying to figure out what's going on. Let's get into this Kantiana now. Let's get into it. Let's get those. Shout out to, we got to make sure we shout out their new page, man. Okay, I am following it. Shout out to Most Scandalous. Let me make sure I get into this, man. Scandalous Los Angeles. Make sure I show them some love, man. We make sure we show them some love as we using their Kantiana. Let's get back into this content. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. Rumors have been circulating online suggesting that Loose Cannon isn't in custody. Given this, we decided to look into it ourselves. The news of him not being in jail didn't surprise me, because we can all see the ratting he's been doing since the day Porky brought him to No Jumper. But we still had to do our due diligence. The first thing we did was check the federal inmate search online. When we looked up Big U and Brick, it showed that they both were in custody. However, when I searched for Lucy, there was no record of him. Even though there was no information popping up when I typed his name into the search bar, we still couldn't be completely sure. So, there was only one thing left to do. Call the facility where he was supposedly being held.
These niggas called the jail where he's supposed to be held at?
Hey, hello. I'm trying to, before he's transferred, he's up for transfer, but I want to make sure he has the transfer yet before I set up to visit it. Could you let me know whether or not he's still in that facility?
What's his last name?
Williams. Tremaine Williams. Tremaine Ashley Williams.
Yep, he is still here. Visitation days are Thursday.
Okay, so we figured out exactly where Loose Cannon has finally been held. Let's get into that. All right, so he's there in the Nevada State Penitentiary, or the Nevada Federal Penitentiary holding facility. Got it.
And Friday from 12 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 4:30.
Okay, so Thursday and Friday is what time?
12 to 5:30.
Okay, and then
calling up to the shit where that nigga's at is a different level of crazy. I ain't gonna say. I know I'm very aware of who voice that is on the phone, but he ain't say his name, so I ain't gonna say his name. But that is Barnacles.
The weekends, you said Saturday and Sunday,
9 to 4:30.
9 to 4:30. Okay, is there any particular rules that I need to see, Tremaine? Like as far as do I need to make sure I'm on the visiting list? Is there any problem? Okay.
Yeah, there's none of that. All you have to have when you come here is a valid identification. It doesn't have to be just a driver's license. It could be a passport. It could be a state ID from another state. It could be, you know what I mean? As long as it's valid, you're good to go. You can't wear shorts in here. You can't wear open-toed shoes in here. You have to have regular shoes on and long pants. Visitation is for 1 hour once a week. The week runs from Sunday to Saturday. So if you come in on Thursday or Friday, you can't visit again or Thursday or Friday or Saturday. You can't visit again until Sunday.
Okay, so I see what you said. So it's either one day Thursday or Friday, and then it's one day Saturday or Sunday.
No. It's either one day Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, and then the week starts over again on Sunday. So if you want, you can visit on Saturday and you can visit on Sunday because the weeks break right there.
Right. I see exactly what you're saying. The last thing, right? They told me that the feds were the.
If you know what phone number this is, I'm talking number, you know who this is, drop a comment below. If you can guess who this is in the comments below, I might got something for you. If y'all guess right who this is talking, I might got something for you.
Ones that had picked my brother up, and they put him in that facility. But when I went on the Federal Bureau of Prison website.gov, FBOP.gov, it wasn't showing his name and location.
Yeah, it's not going to because he's in U.S. Marshals custody. So he's in transit. This is a transit facility. So basically, he's not staying here. He's just traveling through here. And while he's in U.S. Marshals custody, you're not going to be able to find him.
Wait. This is the place I seen on YouTube. They were talking about. It was a federal transit facility. They had like the PlayStations and this is like Club Fed type place.
Club Fed, exactly. But yeah, we're considered what the U.S. Marshals call the Western Hub of the United States. So basically, anybody that's moving on the West Coast of the United States comes through us. But
this is a sick phone call, bro. Nobody
stays here.
Right. No one's permanently housed there. All right, listen, man. Well, thank you for your assistance and the information. And I'll be
that is a sick phone call. Sick phone call. Now the question is, Loose Cannon is within now. Okay, so we learned something new today. He's not within federal custody. He's within federal transit, being currently held by the U.S. Marshals, being held within a federal detention center. So that does answer the question of where he's at. The question is, before y'all get in the comments, C-Trap. You know, it still don't make no sense to me. I don't care what nobody say. Why is we can talk about the phone, not saying federal facility, because no matter, even if he's in U.S. Marshals holding, you're still at a federal facility. So why the phone call don't say what it's supposed to say? The phone don't know that you're in U.S. Marshal custody, and it's not that you're not in federal custody. The phone just know what facility it's at. So that's my question for that. And then my biggest question to anybody having any excuses for Loose Cannon, it could be this. Well, I was in the Fed because this happened. I was in the Feds. When you was in the Feds, how many times did you see a grown man put an officer on the phone to talk to his loved ones? Meaning that WACK 100 said out his mouth, Loose Cannon put an officer on the phone and allowed him to talk to that officer. And the officer gave Loose Cannon and WACK verbal confirmation that it was all right for Loose Cannon to continue to do these podcasts online. What jail have you ever been into where it was all right to talk to the police? If you weren't the designated MAC rep, or you weren't the designated, like the person who ran the dorm, or like the trustee or something. When is a person coming in off the streets after less than 2 weeks putting WACK 100 on the phone with the jailer? Where have you ever seen that at? And if you ever seen it, where have you ever done it at? Free Avenue Angel until he's free. We gone. What's the deal, y'all? We're trying to cover the NT and Trap News Network. You back in the same. Like, cook, crack in this thing. Like, comment, subscribe. For more of this good content that we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content that we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network, man. It's that good news you can use. That good knowledge. You ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with that tap in to make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with that good tap in and everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. That good knowledge. You ain't finna get college, big dog. Tap in with that tap in to make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with that good tap in. You feel me, man? Like, comment, subscribe, because when you do, you will be entered to win $100, man. Make sure y'all tap in with that. 15,000 on the new page, you'll get away $100. 25,000 on this page, you'll get away $100. So make sure y'all get into that. If you ain't got into that, man, Rep Man at the Garden Freestyle is out now. Please don't touch it got a body on it. It's out now. And I need y'all to make sure that y'all get into Fairy Tales, which is also out now on all streaming platforms. Get into that if you ain't got into that. It's early in the morning. It's 8 o'clock in Atlanta. It is 5 o'clock in LA, and I don't know what time it is where you are, but we are outside giving away good chiliana, so make sure that y'all tapped in. We finna jump into this Contiana, man. I wanted to get into this last night, but I got tired. I'm finna get into it today. We finna jump over to Back on Fig, and Munchie B talks about his issues with the back on Fedcast letting WACK push any kind of narrative. You feel me? So let's get into this content without further do's or don'ts. Let's get into it. Let's go.
He calling in, like I said, your unc, right? He calling in.
That's T-Real. That's your unc. That's your unc, T-Real. Y'all be at the barbecues with the Jesus slippers.
And then you ask him his opinion on it, and then he started going off the hinges with it, right? Because I never heard him talk about that 50 million times. He talking about brooms, all kinds of shit. I'm like, this nigga's wow.
Yeah, he be on you, yeah, for real.
Yeah, but he just joined forces with Baby Brace recently. Baby Brace, so he said, then I'm saying he reposting it, and he done a little clubhouse room. I'm like, these niggas is crazy. I've been on WACK 4. And he been shutting up this whole year, 2025, but now just him and Baby Braze, and they join forces, and now you back talking. I say, oh, this shit crazy. But I be trying to ignore it for the most part because like I said, you know about to trick me into talking greasy on the internet,
right?
And then it be Operation
Munchie B down, whatever the case may be. That's the realest talk ever, man. You can't. Munchie B just said a word. You're not going to trick me into talking greasy, and now I'm locked up like the rest of these dummies because I didn't know how to control my ego and I didn't know how to control my mouth, and I said something online that I shouldn't have said, and I'm sitting next to Loose Cannon and Brick Baby.
I'm a munch, and then trying to take me to jail and a few others they feel as close to me that you know what I'm saying, step for me or whatever. I'm not stupid, bro. So yeah, have at it, bro, because that dude don't play fair.
Yeah,
he don't play fair.
He said
WACK don't play fair at all. It ain't nothing worse than a snitch that's acting tough. It ain't nothing worse than a snitch that's acting tough. Somebody who will be outside causing chaos, causing problems, causing drama, doing this, doing that, and then turn around and play tough.
He made you famous. You went viral because of him. He made you famous. All the whole little shit when he went off on you, all the shit at Clubhouse, and this and that and other, man. Yeah. He said he gave you your first viral moment. You feel me? You Munchie B because of him.
Hey, I was on game, man, when I was like 17. Like, you know, true. I was doing shit that was viral in the streets, but out on the internet, like with that whole little shit with me and the homies with the little sluts and teas shit, that sent a shock. And niggas wasn't doing it for no like, bro. See, look, WACK is so disconnected, right? He having fun with this subject because it's new to him. He like that Ben, they been saying that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He's so disconnected because that's why I got mad when he was on the internet talking about the fake Swan dude, talking about the homie like Pusha Rod. That's what I'm saying. Like you don't even know, you so disconnected. You don't know Pusha Rod is really from where he from. Yeah, I've been around him since we was kids, bro. Like my whole family from over there. And he why he the fake Swan dude? Because he in possession and he making moves and you know what I'm saying. He ain't blood in every other word. Even Monty, he don't even know Monty where she come from or where she from. He don't know none of that shit. Like you know what I'm saying. You
just be talking and you don't really know nothing about these characters involved. That's real.
It's just talking. Like man, come on, man. He got a fake conversation on his page with a fake Inglewood family exposing me.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
My FG, bro.
I was gonna ask you about that. Like, who was that? He was on the phone with.
He found a Tubi actor, and he said, "Oh, he said, yeah, family." He said, "Shit, my Munchie." He asked him his name, or what they call you, and that shit. He got caught stepping off the spot, and the homie little brother called him, and they said, he said he brought his mama and his grandma up to Dody Park to plead for his life with police escort. So when my mama went to IPD station and said, "Hey, come with me to the park," my heart out his homies. You feel me? Like he is.
Yeah, that's crazy. Come to the park, I'ma holler at his homies as barnacles.
And then the Tubi actor on there said, "Oh yeah, I got some more dirt on him too."
Cause he said this nigga said Munchie, he ain't no good. Then his mama had to bring him to the park and all those shit. They had this, you know.
But it's crazy sitting here talking about what WACK said when WACK is a Paru who can't go to nothing on Paru Street. Barnacles.
They had to give him a pass. No, hell no. Hey, my mama don't know nothing about shot me, bro. My mama a tell, nigga. Fuck you talking about? My mama is a civilian for real. Like, nigga, and then my grandma, she 80-something years old, live in Manchester, Missouri, a Buddhist lady, nigga. She don't even know what IF mean. She don't, like, these niggas be making shit up. Why would my mama go to the danger? Told me, man, my mama ain't no Black Panther, no shit like that shit. Like, niggas making shit up. Your unc, right? He calling in.
Like I said, I never said nothing bad and I never said nothing good. I don't know what.
Okay.
Like I said, I never said nothing bad and I never said nothing good. I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm just reacting to some shit and I didn't react to her. You feel me?
So when somebody use your platform and run off like some.
Now what they talking about is T-Rail and Smack allowing WACK 100 to defame and lie on Monty Blanco. Shout out to Monty Blanco. You know what I'm saying? Trap Kitchen Monty. It's